The drive to be competitive is what really makes fishing, special to me.
Hunter Shryock.
Look out, orange catching.
Another big payday for Hunter Shryock.
Double gun floated.
A former motocross racer. 6 times he's been in the top 10 times.
Thank you, Lord!
If you would have told me 5 years ago where I would be at, I wouldn't believe you. I got into motocross when we were young kids. My dad used to actually drag race. He was actually a drag bike champion at one point, and so it was really natural for me and my brothers to all just, get on a dirt bike. And I think I was like 9 years old, started racing when I was 11. And yeah, we did that our entire childhood, really. Racing, it starts out, you just want to have fun, and then progressively it just gets more competitive. And by the time I was 16 years old, I actually turned professional. I actually skipped my high school graduation to go race my first professional motocross race. But that's what makes fishing and motocross a lot alike, is just the traveling, the always being on the road, the expectations of doing better, the competitiveness. When I was young, 18 years old, I moved to Georgia just to continue training at a training facility for motocross. And, I kind of consider this move to Tennessee that I made from Ohio the same aspect. Like, I want to get better at fishing. And I felt like the only way to progress my career in fishing was to move down here to Tennessee. And so I started off my career in fishing like really, really weird compared to most people. Got my first boat in 2012. And by 2013, I'm fishing out of the front of the boat as a boater in the Bassmaster Opens. And by the third event of the year, I ended up finishing, I think, 3rd or 4th place in an open, but I was in 2nd place going into the final day, and I had a legit shot to win it. And that was the event that really was like, I think you could do this. When I'm running in on the final day and I'm going, the butterflies and everything's going, I think I may have won. Like, I think that was the moment that really solidify like this, it's a possibility. And I think anybody in any industry or fashion, you get that sense of you can accomplish it, and then boom, you're hooked.
Yes!
Yeah, one of my favorite memories of fishing in general is probably when I was, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, maybe not, I don't know. I was young. We were in this bathtub of a boat that my dad got, for me and my brother to go fishing out of. And I catch a 2.5 pound largemouth. This is the biggest fish I ever caught. And I remember just sitting there bawling my eyes out, crying because I wanted to mount it. And my dad wouldn't let me keep it. And I had it tied up to the stringer on the side of the boat, and I wanted to keep that bass and mount it so bad because, it had a mouth on it about this big. And so to me at the time, it was pretty dang cool. But yeah, I'll never forget that memory. A couple months ago, we added a new addition to the family, little baby Archie. He's 3 months old now. And I'd never thought that, being a dad would change who I am as much as what it has. And to basically know that I'm competing, out fishing, my wife, my little boy now is going to be there. It's like, it's almost going back to when I raced dirt bikes. My dad was always there for me. He did everything for us, took us everywhere that we needed to go, made all these sacrifices, and I feel that same way for him now, being a dad. And he's only 3 months old, but it's kind of cool to now reverse that role, losing my dad to cancer over a year ago, and now to have a son, and to basically show him the things that I was grown up doing and being taught. And it's going to be a really special thing, and I can't wait to have him in the boat with me. And regardless of what he wants to do, we're going to go all in, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. I think it was probably 2017. I had fished the Opens all the way up to that point, and I just started gaining a lot of experience. And that year, I just really had a breakthrough year, had a couple second, third places, and that really gave me the confidence, you know, and that's against the stiffest competition, basically regionally, that you can come across. And that's the same year that I qualified for the Bassmaster Elite Series as well. But, you know, during that time, it really gave me the confidence that, you know, I think I could do this for a living. One of my first sponsors was actually Pure Fishing. So Abu Garcia, Berkeley, they took me under their wing 2014, I believe. So 10 years that they've been basically supporting me, which is, if it wasn't for them, I honestly could say that I wouldn't be where I'm at today. They've given me that much support, and I really owe them the world for that. And what they've done as far as for the fishing industry, creating baits in general, you know, things like Max Scent that totally flipped the smallmouth world upside down. And that's just one of the things that Pure Fishing's brought to the table. You know, they do a lot of different great things for the sport. Regardless of the league that you're in, they support it all. But at the end of the day, I just really enjoy being able to be partnered up with them. Like I said, I've known them for the past beyond 10 years. And yeah, I wouldn't be where I'm at today without them. The biggest thing that I noticed when I joined iKon is when I picked up the phone and called someone, it was immediately answered and like wanted it done right then. Like if I had a question about the boat or, hey, let's tweak this or can we check on that? Yeah, bring it up here right now. It was immediate, like not next week, not next month, we're gonna do it now. And so that was just really exciting for me because iKon's not set in their ways of just being good with what they have. They wanna make it better. They wanna make it exceptional. So anytime that I have an idea, or Jacob has an idea, Kyle has an idea, and we talk, it's just like bing, bang, boom, we already see progress on it. And that's just reassuring to me to see a brand as big as iKon, you know, making these phenomenal boats, but yet they're willing to listen to us. Living in Tennessee now, you know, I'm right down the road from Jacob Wheeler. Became really good friends with him over the past couple of years. And I've got to see the LX21 before it was ever announced, before it came out. And, you know, I've really got to see, you know, the detail of that boat and how it was built. And he ended up taking me out in it. And so we're out there running and we go across this pontoon weight, and knowing Jacob, he's going to be, you know, 50, 55 mile an hour when we don't need to be. And he cuts through this boat wake and I'm gripping the seat and it just, that's about the best way I could describe it. Right there. And because that's what it did, like literally didn't move. When I got behind the steering wheel and felt how that thing drove and it did cut through the wake, I was like, damn, this thing's special. Like there's something different about this boat. High school and college fishing has become, it's huge right now. You know, people are basically coming out of college and coming straight into the pro ranks and competing. High school kids are traveling to Texas. They're traveling 10, 12 hours away to the same bodies of water that they'll eventually fish 10, 20, 30 years from now. They're young, they're hungry, and they love to fish. So to me, it's all bonus. I love how they're doing it and really think the future of fishing is bright. You know, having something to wake up to every day, to have a goal. And the thing is with fishing is you are almost never at the top. It's very few times. And at the top, I mean, not only winning events, but beating the fish. Like it's a constant puzzle to figure it out. Every time you go out, it's a new day, there's new conditions. And so it's that constant change that you can always get better. Being from motocross, I went through the same thing being young in a sport. And I'll be honest with you, I took a lot of it when I started getting 12, 13, 14 years old, almost too serious. Almost to the point that it was like, as a competitor, I had to get better. And, you know, just word of advice to these young guys, it's great to have the dream of becoming a professional. Don't give up on it, but have fun with what you're doing. It's great to always sit there and concentrate on learning new techniques and learning different things to do. But at the end of the day, just enjoy it, because you can always go bass fishing the rest of your life, you know. So enjoy it now. Don't take it too seriously. And if you want to pursue it and be a professional angler, by all means, you'll get there. But you're not going to get there right this second. So still have fun going.